Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess, and as the channel name suggests, it's all about crypto, trading, and technical analysis. So if you're all about that or you'd love to learn, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So today's video is just going to be a really short and fun one, and we're just going to talk about Bitcoin's current levels of support and resistance, as well as our trigger points for an upwards or a downwards move. Identifying levels of support and resistance is a key part of learning how to trade, and specifically when and how to take profit from the market. So let's jump into a Bitcoin chart to begin. So since that massive crash that we had a couple of days ago from $49,000 all the way back down to $40,000, $41,500, Bitcoin has fallen into a massive channel of support and resistance. And you can identify these first by looking at the candles. So where are we wicking most into and bouncing off from, and where are we unable to break past, or most likely unable to break past. So the lowest level of shorter time frame support we have is at 40,500, and that's this level here. You can tell we've had 1, 2, 3 retests into this level, and we've got another one at 41,600 to 42,000. And so this has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retests into this level. You can almost count that one as 7 as well. So huge level of support here. And then our massive level of short time frame resistance is this 44.3k level here. If we break above this level, it's very likely that we'll retest at least this level here, so 45,800, if not 46,000 and $48,000. Same with this level. If we break below 41,600, we should fall to test 40,500 down here, and then that macro level of support at $40,000. And you can validate these levels of support and resistance using VRPV, so the volume profile. I have mine on a 200 unit row size, just so it has a little more detail compared to the default. So the default's just 70. See how it's like really chunky? Yeah, I hate it. I don't like looking at it. So mine's set at 200. You can, I guess, set yours to whatever you like. And you can see here that these levels of support and resistance are validated through both the gaps and the peaks in the VRPV. So here, let's start with the resistance. We've got a pretty huge gap after this level at 44,300. So what that means is if we break above this level and pass through this level of volume, I guess, we will shoot upwards to fill that volume gap and test our next peak, which is around 45,300. And after that is our $46,000 peak, and then again at 46,700, etc., etc. Right? And then for support, so you can kind of see that like we've got a lot of volume here in the middle, obviously, because there's lots of price action in between these two levels. But otherwise, there is a small peak here, if you can see it. That's that peak at 41,600. And then we've got right before our gap, this bit of resistance here at 40,500. So if we fall below that, we'll immediately fill that gap and test 40,000. If not, wicking into 49,500 just to grab some support from that level as well. So that is the most likely price action and the trigger points for that. So this would be our bullish trigger point, and that's at 44,300. And we've got a bearish trigger point here, and here. So these two as well for this $40,000 range. Okay, so let's zoom into a smaller time frame to identify the smaller trigger points and support we have on maybe a 1 hour chart. So if we zoom in even closer on a 1 hour chart, you can see a pretty similar like situation going on. We're still in a parallel channel on a 1 hour time frame. We've been in it for the last 3 days. Over the long weekend, there's been really low levels of volatility overall, so it's just kind of been traveling within this little channel, and that is between 43,200 and 42,500. This top one here does have a couple wicks, so you could even argue that it comes up to the top of these wicks here. But yeah, that's up to your own discretion. I feel like that's why I like to use rectangles rather than just lines. Then I can kind of incorporate both of them and show where the candles close and where they're wicking to, but it doesn't matter. I can still kind of read it. So same kind of rules apply, right? So if we have a break, first of all, below our level of support, we would naturally move to our next level of support, and that is at this $41,700 level. We charted that early on that 12-hour chart, and that's exactly what we saw over here. We saw it break all the way down to test this level of support. We bounced on it, and we re-entered this horizontal channel. Same thing goes if we break this $41,700 level. We should go down to test at least this $41,000 level here, so the top of the range of this support, or the bottom, so 40,500. That's something we'll just have to see when it actually touches it. And then to the top side, obviously if we touch the bottom of the support, we can kind of expect it to move towards the top of that range. Same thing from the top of the range to the bottom of the range. But if we see a break above the range, we should expect a move towards our next level of volume peak, and that is at 43,700. And again, if we break that level, we should see a move to fill these levels of decreasing volume until we reach that gap here at 44,280. If you guys can see just the top of that gap there, around 44,280 to 44,300. And that would be the next level of resistance that we have there. So there's a couple opportunities for trading here as well, for shorter time frames, I guess, and whether or not you decide to take advantage of those or just move into a bigger time frame and wait for these bigger moves above that 44,300 to touch $46,000, or to fall below here and maybe go for a short all the way down to $40,000. That's up to you. But yeah, that is how you identify levels of support and resistance and apply them for trading and taking profits at the right moments and entering trades at the right moments. There you have it, guys. It's a really short and sweet price analysis on Bitcoin, including current short time frame and higher time frame trigger points for upwards and downwards moves. Obviously, there's a lot more to trading than that. For example, identifying trends and the strength of current moves, but horizontal levels are the backbone of all of it. If you guys enjoyed the video or you learned something, feel free to like and subscribe down below. And if you want to see more of my content, I do have a free Telegram where you guys can sign up for daily Bitcoin updates as well as crypto and economic news. And as usual, I'll pop in the links for Bitget and BingX where I do all of my trading. If you guys want 15% off your trading fees, feel free to sign up down below. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.